Hey guys, happy Monday. So, last night, oh my god, the wrestling was insane. Like, you see it on the TV and it looks amazing. And I know what you see on TV is not going to be anywhere near the same as what you see live, especially when they're doing a live show in somewhere like Cardiff. But to see like heroes or like your favourite wrestlers like Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight is just amazing. And the atmosphere was phenomenal. Watching people cheering and shouting. And I think the funniest bit for me was when you heard people saying, "Just sold my car to Santos Escobar." I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. One of the funniest things I've heard for a while. Like, some of the songs, they were good, what they were singing to the wrestlers. And it was nice to see Gunter back in the WWE, because when I've seen him online, like on YouTube and stuff, he's been in AEW. His name's Walter in AEW. So to see him there last night was awesome. But today we have a very poor 4-year-old. He was a bit under the weather last night, and we did say to him, "Look, do you want to go home?" He's like, no, I want to stay. He's not going to want to go home to watch, you know. I said that to my wife. I said, he's not going to want to go home and miss out on the wrestling. So he sat there. He was very, very quiet. He was cheering and clapping and chanting and that as well. And then this morning then, he just had sores in his mouth, on his feet, on his hands. And there has been reports of hand, foot and mouth in his skull, as well as chickenpox. And we thought it might be one or the other. But it turns out, because obviously it's just on his hands and feet and in his mouth, he's got hand, foot and mouth. So he's had his moments today. He's been alright most of the day. He's been very, very quiet, which is not like him at all. And just as I've left for work now, he's fallen asleep and he's gone back to sleep. I did go up there at one point, try and put a nappy on him, and I think he must have been half asleep when I done it, because even though I was being very, very quiet, I did startle him a little bit. So I'm in work tonight. I'm absolutely shattered today. I wish I had a sleep earlier, but I wanted to get a few bits and bobs done. So I'm going into work now, do my 3.5 hours, come home and see what happens, because I don't know what he's going to be like tonight. But I don't mind. I mean, we've got the jigsaw sessions tomorrow, but my wife asked Elliot who he wanted to go, and he said my wife, so I'll be at home with Aiden, which I don't mind. I think I'd rather be at home than in the session. Even though I don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the sessions, but I think my wife enjoys them a little bit more than me. So for her to go, I'm happy to take one for the team, like, so to speak. So yeah, fine. We did think we had the dentist Wednesday, but it turns out that the person who booked our appointments actually booked them on the wrong date. She booked them for the Wednesday after, because Aiden's got hand, foot and mouth, and the nurse that our dentist works with is pregnant. She's a new nurse. We won't be able to go in if it was then, but a week later there should be a problem. So I've had a very busy weekend. I've been in a taxi Friday night with a guy that had a sneezing fit in the taxi, and he kept sneezing into his bare hand, you know, rather than sort of crease of your arm, or into his bare hand. And then he gave me his money with his hand, with that hand he sneezed in, and I literally just grabbed the corner. I went, "Oh, thank you." And he said, "Oh, I'll keep the change." And I was thinking, thanks, because I didn't know how I was going to give that to him as well. So between that, and I've had a few other people fry my brain. I've also there was a kid at the wrestling that sat next to us. He He kept standing on his seat. I was just sort of like thinking, looking at the father, saying, "Can you just, you know, have a word with your kid?" The father was on the phone most of the time. He looked like he'd lost the will to live. He looked like he'd sort of didn't really have a choice to go rest, and it was the last thing in the world he wanted to do with his kids. And the one kid, he kept farting. Oh my god, it was, oof, it was rank. I think even in the video I put on my channel, you can hear me saying, "Oh my god, that kid's farted and it stinks." Oh god. So yeah, I got a week of doing cleaning now, Monday to Friday, and then I'll probably be taxing again Friday night and Saturday night, just because, well, try and keep the money topped up. Like, my wife gets paid, so maybe this weekend she might not want me in. I'll see what she says, but yeah. So anyway, that is Monday. Over and done with so far. I gotta go and give my money in tonight to my boss, because they're having a staff do December time, and I keep forgetting to bring the money in. And I think she's getting a bit cheesed off, because she did say to me Thursday last week, "So have you got my money, mate, for the Christmas party?" And I said, I keep forgetting to bring it in. I said, "No, I've explained the situation where sometimes I'm literally out all day, and then I go home, quickly get my stuff, and then go straight back out." So okay, I said, "I'll try and remember it for tomorrow." Friday came, and she said, "So have you got my money now, mate?" I don't know why she's saying it to me like that. That's exactly how she's saying it, but she is. And I said, I've left my wallet at home. And then she just sort of looked. You could tell she was getting cheesed off, but I just couldn't. I forgot it. I just couldn't help it. I mean, most days there's things going on, and it's after school, and I literally go home, come straight back out. Especially last week. But anyway, that's what I've been up to. If you want to see the video of the wrestling, I'll put a link in the description, and shall speak to you tomorrow.